Society encounters copious amounts of information daily from various outlets. We need to be careful not to blindly trust everything we hear, more so if there isn't sound research and evidence to support claims, especially regarding health-related topics. Fake news and misinformation will always be present, so it's essential to do your own research and be informed. We're going to look at a prime example of misinformation regarding vaccines and the impact it's having on society, disprove some myths, and look at why vaccinations are important.
Hi, how can I help you?
My daughter vaccinated, but I've been hearing some things about vaccines causing autism. I'm hesitant to get her vaccinated if there's a chance she might get autism from it.
I can see why this might worry you. Let me see if I can help clear things up a bit. While there has been lots of talk about vaccines causing autism, there's been no sound scientific evidence to back this claim. However, once the issue of vaccines causing autism gained popularity, parents became worried and stopped vaccinating their children. While they believed they were keeping their children safe, this lack of vaccination actually led to the resurgence of diseases such as measles and mumps. More cases of these diseases began to pop up, and more children were at risk for getting them. So by not vaccinating my daughter, I'm putting her at risk of getting these diseases? Yes, you are, and while I understand your hesitation to vaccinate due to the worry of autism, let me assure you that this vaccination will not cause your daughter to develop autism. She is in more danger if you do not vaccinate her, not to mention the people around her who are at risk for the disease spreading to them. Thank you, doctor. I am no longer worried about this vaccine giving my daughter autism, and I will get her vaccinated to make sure she does not get any diseases. Vaccination is a crucial component of our healthcare system. Vaccines are composed of an agent that closely resembles a disease-causing organism and usually comes from a weak or dead form of the microbe. The vaccine stimulates or jump-starts your immune system to recognize and destroy the foreign substance so you do not get sick when you encounter it in the future. Vaccines are always tested to ensure safety and quality and are continuously monitored after they are released to the public. Despite this, there are many claims that vaccines are unsafe for our children and ourselves. So what is the truth?
The myths. Myth number 1. Vaccines cause autism. Common myths spread by the anti-vaccination community revolve around the idea that vaccines are not safe for their children. Most of the myths originate from a study published in 1997 by Andrew Wakefield. The study was published in the medical journal The Lancet and suggested that the MMR, measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine increased the occurrence of autism. The study was retracted from the journal as the claims did not have enough evidence to prove them true. Despite this, it caused concern among many parents as they now believe the MMR vaccine may cause autism in their child. In reality, autism has a strong link to genetics and develops before a child reaches the age for vaccination. Myth number 2. Vaccines will overload my child's immune system. Another common myth is that vaccination causes an overload and stress on a baby's immune system. The truth is that the level of antigens present in the vaccine is too low to harm your child's immune system. Babies actually encounter more germs in their everyday life on a daily basis than they do when given a vaccine. Myth number 3. We don't need to vaccinate because infection rates are already low. Many people think they don't need to be vaccinated because the rate of infection is so low. The reason that the risk seems to be minor is because a large majority of the population is already immunized. Since most people are resistant to infection, an infectious disease doesn't get the chance to establish itself and spread. However, if too many individuals don't vaccinate themselves or their children, they contribute to a collective danger and increase opportunities for disease-causing organisms to establish themselves and spread.
Herd immunity and consequences of not vaccinating.
Herd immunity is a population's immunity against the spread and invasion of an infectious disease. When enough people in the population are vaccinated for a disease, the disease can no longer spread from person to person. This protects everyone in the population, including those who cannot be vaccinated. There is no official number of vaccinations needed to attain herd immunity, as each disease has its own percentage depending on the level of transmission. For example, measles is a highly infectious disease and requires at least 94% of the population to be vaccinated.
What happens when we do not vaccinate? Recently, there has been an increasing number of outbreaks of vaccine-preventable diseases. This is linked to a surge in parents not vaccinating their children with the belief that it is harmful to them. When parents do not vaccinate their children, it breaks the herd immunity. This leaves not only the children in question at risk, but also those who cannot be vaccinated, such as infants, the elderly, and individuals with medical conditions that prevent them from being vaccinated. An example of a recent outbreak of a vaccine-preventable disease occurred in late 2014, early 2015, at a Disneyland in California. there was an outbreak of measles and resulted in over 100 documented cases within the US, Canada, and Mexico. About half of the infected individuals were not vaccinated for measles, despite the fact that they were healthy enough and within the proper age range for vaccination. This allowed for fast transmission of the disease and caused it to spread to multiple people.
It is crucial to be aware of misinformation and myths that are not backed up by evidence, especially when it comes to your health. Vaccinating yourself and your children protects you and the community around you. Vaccines are a vital part of modern medicine and the best way to prevent infectious diseases in order to keep you and your family both healthy and happy. Thanks for watching.